Alright, this is Pilamistra. I'm doing a commentary battle for Rome Total War multiplayer. This is a 2 versus 2 battle, and I'm playing as Macedon. You see my units in the far left. Now I had to cut off a large part of this battle because it's too long, but we see here the Armenian army. I just saw those units, and we see here in the forest is the Germanian um, army, which is my ally. He's got a nice variety of different infantry unit types. Um, and here's my army. I got 4 royal pikes. I got 3 companion cavalry and 3 archer units. Now my cavalry and my pikes are heavily upgraded. Now because of this terrain in this map, my army and the Germanian army are not able to have not been able to deploy close to each other because of that force. So basically, the Egyptian and Armenian armies have a choice here to gang up on one of us. Now that did not happen totally. The Egyptian player has chosen here to have 2 cavalry units to support the Armenian allies, so some extra skirmish ability there. Now, the Egyptian army, which I'm facing off opposing, played by Macin, has got 4 Pharaoh guards, some decent spearmen units. He's got 4 light cavalry units and 5 bowmen, those Egyptian Nile bowmen. So basically, it's a bowman heavy force with some light cav. So my battle plan right here is basically to engage and kill off his cavalry and on the left flank with my companions and trying to pick a fight there. Now, seeing this, my opponent detached a unit of spearmen to support his cavalry, probably well aware that he did not want my heavy cav charging in. At this point, I decide to engage in the center and detaching 1 spearman unit on the left just to bring the attention of that spearman unit with my leftmost royal pikes and engaging in the center with the 3 other ones. Meanwhile, the Armenian player is deploying to kill off the German cavalry units, which are isolated, and trying to wait with the attack on the Germans in the forest. Now, I deployed my cav on the left, and probably my opponent thought I was not paying attention, so he's trying to pick a fight here. He stops. However, I choose to take that fight. So basically, I'm getting the cavalry fight I want, and at this point, my leftmost detached unit, I'm trying to support my cavalry. I did not really know how fast it's gonna go here, but basically they break very early, so my spearmen can actually return to fight that spearman unit on the Egyptian right flank. Meanwhile, the Armenian player has beaten the German cavalry, and as you can see, that little small area of Germans is about to get enveloped and crushed. Meanwhile, in my center, I'm engaging with my spearmen, and with the support of my archers, I'm winning. Meanwhile, we saw there the German javelin was killed, and my cavalry is starting to wreak havoc on the Nile bowmen. And with the support of one of my cavalry units, I'm winning on my left flank and breaking those Nile spearmen, or those Pharaoh guards, I should say. So basically my pikes are doing well, and I'm rolling up the Egyptian right flank with my left flank. So at this point, I've basically got the control over the Egyptians and about to beat them, and the Armenians have finished off most of the German units. So, and as you can see, there's some bowmen in the forest that the Armenian cataphracts are mopping up. So I've cut off like 5 minutes here of the battle, of me basically mopping up the bowmen and the Armenians deploying in order to have a little bit of a face-off here with the remains of both armies. So it's going to come down here to the decisive part of the battle. really exciting. You can see my general unit is my general still alive. He's got two loyal bodyguards supporting him, and I have my archer units set them to flaming arrows, trying to engage those cataphracts on my left flank. My battle plan right here is to engage in the center and win on the right flank. Meanwhile, trying to stall on my left flank. Again, basically my left flank, not refusing, but at this point I'm worried about those cataphracts, and I'm engaged in the center, as you can see, and on the right flank, my those Armenian legionnaires are throwing their pilas at my little unit there, and now my companions who've come back from chasing those bowmen are gonna try to charge here into those legionnaires. So I'm making my right flank my main effort, and you see one of the units, those legionnaires, is breaking, the second one is holding, and that's the general unit of the Armenians. So my plan here is basically to rout that unit and then gang up on the center, hoping my center can hold. Meanwhile, those cataphracts are trying to harass killing off one of my arch units. I would say that's definitely a fair trade for me, winning some time there. Now he's trying to kill off my general and going for the rear of my center. So my center is very much being pressured at this point. My leftmost flanked infantry unit is fighting off one of those Armenians infantry's units, and at this point you see the general unit of the Armenians breaking. So it was basically a race here of my right and versus the center, which part was gonna win first. I managed to win on my flank, and my Armenian opponent is basically kill off my center. I'm trying to support my center, or rather engage what's left. There's not much to support. Meanwhile, we got my general. He's hiding in the shade. He's watching from the shade, trying to inspire his troops, and he's defying the Armenian cataphracts. So see, my left flank has and I've been able to win on my left flank, and now I'm trying to I got a little pincer movement going on. At this point, it's just a matter of time if my guys or if the Armenian guys are gonna break first. And you can see those archers in the back. I still got them flaming arrows, and as you can see, with that little shower there, they break on the center. So that was the last straw that broke the back of the Armenian main force, and they rout. So that was basically the decisive point of the battle. We got on my right, I was able to win, and my opponent won in the center, and then I was able to gang up on what was left. Now, meanwhile, my general has been trying to save his own skin a little bit here, staying alive. Seeing that we've won in the middle, he's trying to come back here and heroically chase down some camel archers, only to get harassed by even more of them. So he's running away at this moment. I was just basically trying to keep him alive. We still got those archers supporting him. Meanwhile, we got one legionary unit who's come back from routing, and with my two remaining infantry units, I surround that unit, and with some flaming arrows and the number of enemies, they break again. So at this point, it's basically mopping up, and we got some Numidian camel archers left, and my general this time he's trying to get into the safety behind his infantry, and with the last charge from the Numidians, the battle is ended. That was a really close victory. It basically came down to some micro, getting some flanking going, and quite a bit of luck. Good game to my ally and to my opponents, and that is the end of this battle.